Hey everybody. So this is your phonics lesson for Wednesday, April 7th. We are on lesson 20 of unit 5. And this is for everybody in class today, because I have that meeting I have to go to. So my hybrid kids are also watching this as well as the virtual kids. I'm not sure why I felt the need to tell you that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen. Like I said, we are on lesson 20 today in unit 5, and we are going to start with some mixing it up, okay? So remember, I say a word, I tell you what we're changing, and then you tell me what the word is going to be next, okay? Our first word is the word mink, mink. And we are going to change the n to ol. So the new word is milk. Good. The next word is cruise. Cruise. And we're going to change the to ul. Clues. Very good. The next word is whisk. Whisk. And we're going to say it without the s. So it is a wick, like a candle. Good. The next word is beg. Beg. And we're going to change the to uh. Good, it's bug. Nice. Our next word is crimp. Crimp. And we're going to change the to s. It is crisp. Very good. The next word is hunt. Hunt. And we're going to say it without the n. Good, it's hut. Good. Our next word is the word wide. Wide. And we're going to change the d to z. It is wise. Very good. Next is the word vent. Vent. And we're going to change the n to s. It is vest. Very good. The next word is force. Force. And we're going to change the s to fork. Nice. And our last word is the word test. Test. And we're going to change the s to x. X. It is text. Very good. All right, it's time for some manipulating phonemes. We're going to look at the final blend in the words, and we're going to change that first sound of the blend. First word is the word wink. Wink. If we stretch out that word, it has one syllable, guys. Wink. But when I ask how many sounds it has, how many sounds do you hear in that word? Ink. I hear 4 sounds. Ink. Good. We are going to take this sound right here and we're going to change it to s. What do you think that new word is going to be? It's going to be whisk. Very good. Whisk. All right. Our next word is crisp. Crisp. We're going to, oh, I'm sorry. Tell me how many sounds you hear in the word crisp. We have 5 sounds in this word. We have crisp. Ooh, that's supposed to say p right there. Hold on a second. Let me fix that. Okay, I fixed it. So it says crisp. The sp is the blend. We're going to substitute the first sound s with what is that new word going to be? We have crisp. M, it's going to be crimp. Very good. The next word is runt. Runt. It's one syllable, runt. But how many sounds do you hear? I hear 4 sounds. Runt, runt. Good. The nt is the blend. So we're going to substitute the first sound, the n, with s. So what is that new word going to be, ladies and gentlemen? Rust. Rust. It's going to be rust. Very good. The next is the word willed. Willed. It's still one syllable. Willed. How many sounds do you hear in the word willed? I hear 4 sounds. Willed. Willed. Remember, we have 2 L's together, but it still only says l, and the ed says d. So the old is the blend. We're going to replace the ol sound with what is that new word going to be? Good. It's going to be wind. Nice. Our next word is lisp. Lisp. It's one syllable. Lisp. How many sounds are in that word? That's right. There's 4 sounds. Lisp. Lisp. Good. The sp is the blend. We're going to replace the first sound of s with mm. Stretch that word out to yourself quietly. What do you think that word is going to be? Limp is the new word. Good. Next is the word vent. 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 It's one syllable. Vent. How many sounds do you hear? 4 sounds. V and v and there's 4 sounds. The nt is the blend. We're going to replace the n sound with what is the new word going to be? We have v est. V est. Good. The new word is best. Nice. Now we have the word roast. Roast. It's one syllable. Roast. How many sounds are in that word? Still 4. Roast. Roast. There's 4 sounds. What's the blend? That's right. It's the st part. We're going to replace the s with see if you can see what that word is supposed to sound like. Remember, the capital O on these slides means a long O sound. O. So we have roped. Roped. What's the new word? Roped. Very good. Like the cowboy roped the cow. Now we have the word mist. Mist. Still one syllable. What are your sounds? We have mist. 4 sounds. What's the blend? Yeah, it's the st. Good. We're going to replace the s with x. X. What is this word going to be, guys? Can you figure that one out? Yeah, it's mixed. Good. You guys are so smart. It's mixed. All right. And then our last one is the word clamp. Clamp. It's still one syllable. Clamp. What are the sounds that you hear in the word clamp? There's 5 this time. amp, clamp. What's the final blend, not the initial blend, the final blend of this word? It's the there's a beginning blend, the cl, but we're not looking at that one. We're looking at the final blend, the We're going to replace the with, what do you think that new word is going to be? It's going to be clasp. Clasp. Very good. All right, spoonerism time. You guys ready? Okay. Yesterday's was easy. This is a little harder. Okay, so it is Kyle at the Smemera. Kyle at the Smemera. You want to see it? Is that going to help? It might help. This one's really hard. Kyle at the Smemera. Yes, it is smile at the camera. Very good, guys. Okay, so your learning targets for today are I can complete my spelling assessment, I can work on worksheets in a small group, and I can partner read the story Betrayed. All right, so remember you are doing your spelling test, but you were doing it a little bit differently. You guys are doing, let me show you. That's not what I meant to do. Hold on. I still want to share my screen. I just need to show you what your spelling test is going to be today. So right here it says Wednesday spelling assessment. You have the spelling words from the last 5 lessons in a box. We have yelled, symbol, yawn, yarn, system, sticky, yellow, cry, lying, yes, crying, energy, myth, satisfy, and edge. And you have 15 sentences. And you are going to find the spelling word that makes sense and completes the sentence. And that is going to be your assessment for today. Okay. What I would like for you to do right now, though, is get out your phonics journal. Oops, hold on. I want you to get out your phonics journal. And there are 5 words on the screen. You need to turn to page 61 of your journal. Page 61. And you are going to put these words in ABC order. Okay, so 1 second. I need to stop sharing. Stop sharing. I need to switch my camera. Oh, I unplugged it. Hold on 1 second. I gotta plug it back in. There we go. Okay, so we are on page 61. You need to put today's date on the top, page 61. Today is 4-7. And you are going to take those 5 words on the board. I'm going to flip it back in just a second. And I want you to put it in ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to put those 5 words in ABC order. And the words are okay, we have the words lying, frying, myth, energy, and yawn. And so you are going to have 4 minutes to put those words in ABC order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a timer. I don't think this is going to work. need to go to actual YouTube, not my videos. Our 4-minute timer. Okay, so I'm gonna start the timer. You have 4 minutes to complete this. I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, you guys need to be getting busy. Okay, so you should be done with putting those words in ABC order on page 61 of your phonics journal. So we are going to check it now. Let's check our work to see if you guys got it right. So you should have put energy as 1, frying as 2, lying as 3, myth as 4, and yawn as 5. Did you guys get those right? How'd you do? Did you get all 5 of them right? If you didn't, did you see where you made your mistake? Okay. It's all about when you make a mistake, guys, it's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. The important part is that you learn from making that mistake. Okay, so we're going to skip this part. All right, so we are at our story for today. It is called Betrayed. Betrayed is the title of the story for today. So the word betrayed means that someone you trusted did something that makes you not trust them anymore. For an example, what if you told somebody a secret and that person then went around and told the rest of the class? That person betrayed you. They told your secret. So you don't trust them anymore. So since the title of today's story, or all stories, often provide us a clue as to what's going to happen, we can guess that today's story is going to involve someone being betrayed. So this word is in the story. And you guys learned this word in first grade. And it is a tricky word because the SE at the end of the word doesn't say the SE sound. It says Z. You guys know what this word is? It is because. See that SE says Z, because. Good. And this is a tricky word, and it is in the very last sentence of our story today. I'm not going to tell you what the word is because I want you to try to figure it out. And then when we get to the last sentence, I want you to try to figure out what that word is using your context clues. Before we get started, let's go over the spellings. Okay, we have the sound using the letter A in the word arena. And finally, we have the sound with the OU spelling in nervous. We have the ol sound, the schwa plus ol in assembled, battle, nobles, and spectacle. And then we have the sound with the letter O in command, opponent, other, second, and doves. We have a lot of vocabulary in today's story. First is the word doves, and doves are a whitish bird, and they are usually a symbol of peace. We have the word cloudless. That means the sky is without any clouds. And look, we have the suffix less, which means without. So it's without clouds. We have gasp, which means that you take a deep breath in surprise, amusement, or fear, like that. That's a gasp. We have the word opponent, which is a competitor or an enemy. We have the phrase knocked out, which means that you have been knocked unconscious by a blow. We have the word spectacle, which means that it's something wonderful to see. I mean, look at that sunset. Isn't that? It's absolutely beautiful. So that is a spectacle. We have the word draped, which means to be covered in folds of cloth. Like the drapes here, the window is draped. We have a rival, which is one of at least two that are striving for the same prize. So these three guys were all trying to win the gold medal. They were rivals. But look at that, Michael Phelps won. We talked about him earlier in the school year. We have the word blow, which means a powerful hit. So we are going to read today's story to learn who betrayed whom. Okay, we have a new story today in our reader, Sir Gus. We are going to read chapter 11 today called Betrayed. It starts on page 90. Betrayed. When all of the nobles and knights were assembled in the arena,
King Alfred stood up. He welcomed King Henry, who was seated next to him. Then he gave the command to release the doves. At once, a spectacle of white birds rose up into the clear, cloudless sky. The people gasped. Then they clapped and cheered. Finally, everyone sat down to see the knight's joust. Sir Ed rode out. He was dressed like a knight prepared for battle. His horse was draped in red, as King Alfred had requested. His opponent was a knight called Sir Basil. Sir Basil's horse was draped in gold. Sir Ed smiled at the cheering crowd. When King Alfred gave the command, the jousting began. The rival knights held their lances. Then they charged each other. Within seconds, Sir Ed had knocked Sir Basil to the ground. The crowd stood up and clapped loudly. Next to enter the arena was Sir Gus. He rode in on the king's horse. His opponent was Sir Ivan. Sir Ivan was known to be a very fearsome knight. He was called the Black Knight because both he and his horse dressed mostly in black. Sir Gus and his horse faced the Black Knight. Sir Gus was hoping that he would not begin to itch. He was hoping he would not faint. When the king gave the command, Sir Gus picked up his lance, closed his eyes, and charged at Sir Ivan. With one blow from the Black Knight's lance, Sir Gus was knocked clean off his horse. He landed on the ground with a thud. His helmet rolled off to one side. The crowd gasped. They waited for their hero, Sir Gus the Utterly Fearless, to get up. But Sir Gus did not get up. He was knocked out, which is just as well, really, because what happened next would have scared him to death.
Okay, so that was our story for today. So, were there any parts of the story that you did not understand? If so, I want you to tell your learning partner, talk to your learning partner about it. What part did you not understand? Did you ask your partner any questions? What kind of questions did you ask? All right, what was the key word in that last sentence? Let's go back and look. Focus. Can't focus when you do that behind me. I don't know what she was just doing, but it was so weird. Sorry, she completely distracted me. Way to go, Caitlin.
You're welcome.
Okay, I can't make this smaller. Hold on one second. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that.
What did you do?
I don't know what I did.
Stop messing it up.
I'm not messing it up. She thinks she's from England this week. Okay, back to the story. Here we go. Reshare. All right, the very last sentence. It says, he was knocked out, which is just as well, really, because what happened next would have scared him to, there's that word. What was that word? Death. Yes, it would have scared him to death. So the tricky word in the last sentence was death. All right, so I want you guys to summarize the story to your learning partner. So remember, a summary is a brief description of the main characters and the events of this story. So tell your learning partner just a brief summary. Pretend they haven't heard it and you're retelling them what happened in the story, okay? So go ahead and pause the video, summarize the story, and then hit play.
Nice job. All right. So you have one worksheet to do today, 20.6, and it's just answering questions about the story Betrayed. So what two things made the people gasp? Who knocked Sir Basil to the ground? Describe Sir Ivan. Why didn't Sir Gus get up after Sir Ivan knocked him to the ground? If you had to joust, would you be scared? Why or why not? And I want you to list 4 nouns from the story Betrayed, list 4 verbs from the story Betrayed, and then list 4 adjectives from the story Betrayed. Okay, so that is the end of the lesson today. You had learning targets to complete your spelling assessment, which you were going to go do right now. Work on worksheets in a small group, which we kind of did together, and to read the story Betrayed. Oops. So remember that you have a spelling assessment to go finish, you have a grammar quiz to go do today, and you have your phonics sheet to listen to the story again and then answer the questions. Okay, and that is it. And I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, wait, I got to do the word of the day. I almost forgot again. Here we go. Spin. Oh, I don't like that one. Let's spin again. I don't like that word. Fail. I don't like that one either. Not when you have a test to take. Tie. There we go. Tie is the word of the day. Tie. Okay, so now you guys can go ahead and log off. Don't forget to tell me the word of the day. Do your spelling assessment. Do your phonics worksheet. Do your grammar quiz. Okay, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.